Facility powering up.
We're about to begin.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on Braxis Holdout for map number 1 in our 4th best of 3 of the day, and I don't have a prediction for this. We won't do a prediction. Screw it. Let's enjoy the game. I was going to do, let's do a Kael'thas prediction, but let's just enjoy the game. Let's check out what's going to happen here on Braxis Holdout for map number 1 in our 4th best of 3 of the day. As a reminder, in 1 hour, we are getting into a live best of 3. We'll talk about that when we get there. I don't want people to start panicking immediately. Thanks everyone for taking part in the Words on Stream. Always fun to do that with all of you. Thanks again. Charlemagne gonna be able to back away right now as we do have immediate pressure through the top lane with Pina Colada. Sorry, I thought it was Panda Colada for a second right there, but I think that's actually, they actually have their name shortened. But either way, let's continue to see what happens with this initial siege through the top lane. We got Lieutenant Morales, so obviously we're juice pirating our way through Braxis Holdout, if I'm not... Right, chat? We're juice pirating, right? Looks like it is going to be kind of lane trading right now. I was going to say boss trading, but realistically it's just structure trading as we do have more pressure into the top lane. Kael'thas did knock out Convection. Never Panda Colada. I've casted Panda Colada in the past before. It's pronounced like Pina. Well, you have to remember, I'm from the Midwest, and everything I say is correct, and nothing I say is wrong. Everything I say is pronounced perfectly fine. Just like how I say Italiano. Coming in here telling me how to pronounce things. I'm American. Everything I say is correct. When Frozen Italiano comes in here, I always like to do that. I feel bad for them, but I hope they understand that it's all in good fun. It's pronounced... Shut the fuck up. I really honestly gotta get rid of Automod. I keep saying that I'm gonna nuke all of my stream stuff and rebuild it, but I never do. Peruvian, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying the content. But we do have a little bit of charge over to the side of Cho'Gall's Angels, as this is looking like Tribulation is going to back away. You know what I didn't check is I didn't double check that the players are on the correct side. So while you're staying at top lane, let me double check that no one's on the incorrect side. Tassadar is played by Slice. Tassadar is played by Slice, and that is Cho'Gall's Angels. Okay, sorry. I forgot to double check it, and no one was saying anything, but I got a little nervous. Anyways, toss on to Charlemagne, who gets the Hog Wild through the garage and is not gonna fall here. But speaking of things that are falling, bottom lane we have the push in. And now you might be sitting at home saying, well, why aren't we just seeing, you know, solo top, core 4 bottom? Well, since there's top lane push, since there's the red Zerg wave coming up by the Psistorm Banshees, the members of Cho'Gall's Angels said, okay, we'll match you. We'll siege in through bottom lane, and we'll try and open things up for ourselves, because Cho'Gall's Angels will be spawning their Zerg pen in the bottom. You can actually see this information on the minimap. Fun fact, you can also see the Zerg pen slowly filling up as the team does get channel time, but unfortunately, there's no channel time to be shown, since it's going to be top held to blue, bottom held to red. Now that's Butt. Okay, Butt's Butt. You're a little slow right there, bud. That's a little slow of a response. Also, Melville, don't tell me how to correctly say things. There's no tilde over the N in the name, okay? So maybe they do want to be Pina Colada. Maybe they are Pina Colada. Smorkiller gets the gets the power slide through MB, who's just trying to back away. Physical armor at 57 for the Garrosh. Pops the Indomitable, trying to still back away, and Deathwing with a little cook with the Molten Flame, but it's not going to be a kill just yet. Polymorph, Shock Ray, and MB is fine for now. So looking in the bottom lane, we do have Camp pushing in. Leoric is amplifying this wave. A little bit of a staggering blow from Charlemagne. Does get the Hog Wild to back away. Meanwhile, back into the top lane, we are going to be seeing a bit of a back and forth still, as these teams are holding. Psistorm Banshees looking to step up onto the point. Won't be there just yet. Gets the toss on the Smorkiller. There's going to be a nice Earth Shatter from Deathwing. MB getting very low on the Garrosh, needs to back away, has 34 physical armor. It's a little bit of a beam from Lieutenant Morales. Lunatic doing a great job, but here comes the channel over to that blue Zerg pen. Some more of those Banelings are summoned up as we've got about 26% to the 10% of Psistorm Banshees here in our Division B East matchup. Gravity Lapse from Kael'thas, Smart Killer taking a bit of damage. Slice gets the phase shift just in time from Cozy Fox, and that is still Lior going down in bottom lane. Charlemagne winning out the 1v1. Can Deathwing and the rest of his friends be able to save or control top lane? Well, yes, they will. It's going to be Cho'Gall's Angels with the channel on this top lane for Brax's holdout. The amount of damage a Garrison tank with Morales heals is nuts. Oh, absolutely. It's not physical armor. My apologies for misspeaking once, Duckus Train Titan. My apologies for saying the wrong word! Please don't unfollow! Which buff gives that buff? Which character gives that buff for emotional armor? Jules Scott. You have no idea how many people in CCL chat will be like, "Oh, Bahamut, it's this!" It's like, Jesus. I'm sorry, I said a wrong word. God damn, calm down. It's a buff not available in the stream. Phoenix has huge emotional armor to even still exist. Phoenix is a bad hero. Sylvanas will go down in the top lane. Good damage from Deathwing coming through. A little shock ray out from Tassadar as well, as we have a toss out from Garrosh to save the Kael'thas. Another shock ray out once again. Building up those stacks at 70 out of the 200. Right now we are going to be seeing the Zerg wave going over to our blue team, which is really beneficial to the side of Cho'Gall's Angels since they're threatening keep front gate. Whereas the tiny itty bitty Zerg wave in top with the Ultralisk and a singular Baneling does summon the Bile Drop, but still Deathwing burninating his way through all of that. Hogger going to look to step up through the bottom lane. I wrong word all the time, no biggie. You actually have no idea how many people get upset at you for saying the wrong thing when you cast. You really don't understand how, like, someone who's sitting at home eating a cheese pizza is just like, oh, well, that's not correct. It's like, oh, okay. You'd be really surprised how many people get on their high horse. How quickly people get on their high horse. So 10 talents here in favor for the side of our blue team. We will see Cho'Gall's Angels threatening on to keep front gate. 3 Guardians, a couple other little Zerglings here and there. Deathwing dropping down, and he will try and help siege in as we have more Bile Drops out from the Guardians. ETC does finish out his level 1 block party. A little bit of a nice power slide mosh, and it will be a lot of damage onto Garrosh, but it's gonna be the ETC tanking too many shower shots and will go down. Looking to delay things out. There's going to be a stim onto 1. Who did it go on to? Who did it go on to? Oh, it's Sylvanas. I could not see. I could not read who actually got applied to the stim applied to, but Keep will survive. Oh, wait, 1 Zerg was a... Oh, no, some more Zerg still. Little roachlings, but not going to be enough to take down the Keep. So no consistent catapult pressure. Right now, we just have the periodic catapult pressure to come through this bottom lane. 145 standard. Double that into structures. Deathwing looking to go ahead and take down the Keep for free. No, you're fine. I've heard you make that slip up a few times. I'm just trying to help. I don't want your help. I want to be wrong. No, I'm just giving you a hard time. There's no upset. I'm not upset at all. I'm just gonna tweet about this later and hopefully you don't see it on Twitter. Tassadar goes down as we have a shock ray out from the Hogger, and a camp will go over to the side of Psistorm Banshees. 11 up on both sides, 2 to 4 in kills, and Deathwing does get the keep in the bottom lane, taking flight, and he will not be punished. But meanwhile, on top lane, Phoenix going to be used by the Kael'thas to start sieging down this fort. Next Zerg wave. If you did not know, the Zerg waves do swap lanes, so this is going to be Zerg wave for our blue team going up into the top, Zerg wave for our red team into the bottom. I just misheard ETC tanking too many shower shots, and I love the concept. Yo, just way too lewd. Constantly way too lewd. Ignorance is bliss. That's where I like to live. It's a great place. It's a wonderful town. The mayor is a dog. Durst, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. So, beacons activate in the next 10 seconds or so. We do have a bottom lane for Psistorm Banshees. I'm just waiting to see what the actual rotations are going to look like. Okay, so we're going back into top lane for the members of Cho'gall's Angels, or excuse me, for the side of dear Lord, Psistorm Banshees. I wanted to jump onto Cho'gall Angels Vision, which is what we have right now. Hogger in bottom lane, seeing a camp. No Leorc showing on map, if I'm not mistaken. Switching to the opposing side, we actually have ETC getting tossed around by Garrosh. A little bit of a spin to win. Nice mind control from Sylvanas just to keep ETC in place for the confirmed kill. Not a long cooldown, so not really a waste or anything by any means. Just peeking into bottom lane. Looks like Hogger has control of bottom for now. Deathwing cooking up the Garrosh, but he's gonna live for now. Great utilization, or excuse me, just great healing from Lunatic right there, as Leorc will fall in bottom lane to the Hogger, but Slice in top is gonna go down. It's gonna be a solid triple kill to the members of Psistorm Banshees, only losing Leorc, and he's really not the worst character to lose, as he can cheat death and he can respawn on the battleground. But before they go for any sort of beacon activation or beacon channeling, this is going to be the mid area, or excuse me, the boss grabbed, and I believe it should go into bottom, as that is the well-defended lane. I have seen from time to time it bug out, but I believe it works in the same factor as the Battlefield of Eternity Immortals, where it goes to the more well-defended lane. But as I said, I've seen it bug out once or twice around keeps. Well, but that was before. That was like when wells were destructible and stuff like that, and I think it might have taken wells into consideration. Either way, we do have a red channel. Psistorm Banshees will have this spawning in the bottom lane, as I mentioned. It does swap between top and bottom each time the Zerg waves do spawn. So since the last one was bottom for blue, it's now bottom for red, as the boss is going to be chunking through this Archangel, dealing quite a bit of damage. And we do have Leorc stepping back onto the point. Deathwing going to shatter the ground. We don't actually have a lot of Molten Flame from the Deathwing, because he has to back away, getting chunked quite heavily from the stim-droned Sylvanas. And this is looking like it's going to be 100% Zerg wave in favor to the side of Psistorm Banshees. I don't think they're going to be able to step up on this on side of Cho'Gall's Angels. And here's the fight around it. Charlemagne is going to hog wild very deep into the enemy side. Shockwave onto Leoric. Gets the Haunting Wave, or excuse me, the, not the Haunting Wave, he gets the Ghost, gets the Wraith Walk, there we go, I could not think of the term. Deathwing with the Cataclysm across the ground to try and deal a little bit of damage to the Zergs that are going to be pushing into the lane. We have Leorc already going to the top. Deathwing is going to be taking flight to heal up. He's got the drop from level 7, so he's going to be able to heal up a little bit with the Skyfall, 3% of his maximum health if he does hit an enemy hero with that. Bottom lane fort is going to be is going to have the tower shots stopped by the Sylvanas for a few seconds here. Another Earth Shatter out, and it seems like bottom lane fort will be saved. Top lane fort goes down to a little bit below 50%. Spooky walk, spooky hand, spooky swing. Indeed. Good God, I need sleep at least 4 times during the stream. I've forgotten that I'm not on PST. Oh. Well, I hope you get some good sleep, Proto. Unless you want to stick around in 45 minutes, we got a live casted game, just saying. I wish I could hear channel beacon. What do you mean? Like you wish there was an auditory noise for it?
Listen and obey.
Because there is the initial noise, but I forget Leorc names consistently. I don't know why, but like Wraithwalk, Spectral Leech, those always like they just slip my brain consistent. Ragamuffin, thanks for the follow. Oh, I'm staying. This viewer doesn't quit. Oh, Proto, you're too nice. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us. So with 16 talent to your advantage, it seems like the members of Psistorm Banshees will kind of control the map for now. We do have the Leoric Hearthing back because there is a massive wave through bottom. Checking some of these catapults, they're dealing 456 damage into structures, and those will approach towards core. No announcement of the objective phase just yet, so until then, it's going to be rotations from Psistorm Banshees, clearing waves and grabbing camps. We do have the Oracle utilized from level 13 from the Tassadar, seeing that the enemy is on this camp, but they're not going to be able to make the rotation quick enough from Cho'gall's Angels to make an invade happen, nor can they really even get a potential kill. Spooky Stroll and Big Suck. If I say Big Suck a bunch on stream, people are going to get, you know, the wrong idea. Granted, though, chat always has the wrong idea when it comes to... Chat is always lewd. Immediately lewd whenever they can be. A little bit of a spin from this Garrosh as we have a Entomb from Leoric. It will be... I think it might have just expired right there, but either way, Gravity laps out from the Kael'thas. The chase is in. We do have the stim onto the Sylvanas, but she is not going to be able to chase it any further. Another objective phase. Third one of the game, up and available. Once again, as I mentioned, the waves have swapped sides. We've got red to top, blue to bottom. If the members of Cho'gall's Angels can win this Zerg wave, they could actually push towards core and maybe even end game with this next Zerg wave. But we'll have to see. That's a tall order to be had, and here we go into this engagement for the bottom lane. Deathwing going to land down here. Smork Killer a little bit low on that ETC. Has to back away as Sylvanas and friends are able to get some channel onto the Psistorm Banshee side. Hogger knocks Leoric into the wall. Wraithwalk gets him out of there. We have a little decimate from the Garrosh. Entomb's available if they want to try and lock someone in with this Leoric, but just getting the angle is necessary. This slices the target. The toss out of the Entomb, but it doesn't matter. It's right into the loving arms of Psistorm Banshees. A mosh pit from ETC. Mind Control will interrupt that. In ETC getting chunked heavily, Sylvanas has to use the Will of the Forsaken to back away. Gets chunked quite a bit. There is going to be a a stim onto the Sylvanas, as there will be a nice... Oh, that was such a good Hog Wild. Charlemagne able to back away, but here comes the Zerg channel. We are going to see Deathwing back on the top lane areas. I'm going to bring up those talents if you are curious, if you were missing any 16s or anything like that. Remember, as you clean your vacuum cleaner, you become a vacuum cleaner. What? What? Zergwave channeled. Leoric gets into the top lane. We have Deathwing dropping down Mind Control onto Cozy Fox. Doesn't actually get threatened much more than a couple autos from Sylvanas. We do have the bottom lane for it to fall. Zergwave coming in through top. Catapult is going to be up here as well. And this is looking like, what, 618 damage from catapults. And here is that massive Zerg wave. Leoric stays in bottom lane to clear out this one. And let's see what happens in top. Let's get everyone's favorite useless stat, the APM, because it really doesn't really calculate things as good as you'd expect them to. Or as accurate. Hogger gets a really good Hog Wild out. Actually, sorry, I meant to leave that up. Cataclysm across the ground. Deathwing sacrificing some of his HP just to get that. Does tap the well, so going to be having some healing over time from that one, as we do have continued pressure through the top lane. Massive Zerg wave is going to be threatening on to the keep, as we have a lot of Ultralisks. Still are 3 Guardians and a lot of little Zergs as well. Sylvanas locks down the tower with her Black Arrow. Is going to pull the stats away so we can see the screen a little bit better. And this is advancement towards the core from the Zerg wave. Do the members of Psistorm Banshees follow suit? Are they looking to try and end here? Doesn't seem like they're going to go for it. And this will be a clean disengage from the members of Psistorm Banshees. Where do bad rays go? To Prism, but it's a light sentence. What am I going to do with you, chat?
Nice work.
So, camp to be grabbed. We have Kael'thas, was that in the... Oh no, sorry, Lieutenant Morales, misread the model there. So camp still gets grabbed, no invade to be had by the members of Cho'Gall's Angels, and it still is it's still a solid level over the side of our red team, but a lot of damage onto Kael'thas. He does throw back the Gravity Lapse and the Phoenix. Hogger bounces but immediately cancels it. I think that bounce back might have been into the enemy side, so just canceling it early as this is continued pressure through the bottom lane. 20 talents here looming in favor for the side of our red team by about a level. That was horribad, even by my standards. What? I don't know what y'all are judging. Garrosh stepping far out and anchoring for his team. Gonna get the vision for our blue team really quickly as we have a camp to be grabbed in the top. Deathwing does take flight. Garrosh sees that flight taking place, and he knows that Deathwing can't land for, what, 8 more seconds or so right now. And Deathwing might have seen some of this. Will they actually go for the rotation onto the camp? Gonna swap between the two visions. Deathwing probably has the death... Oh, he actually has no vision, so he can't do the death drop raw. He has to be able... Or the Skyfall. He has to be able to see... And without 20s, they just respect on the side of Cho'Gall's Angels and Psistorm Banshees. Grab boss, and this is going to go bottom lane with the massive wave already available. Channel onto the beacons is available in 30 seconds. This is going to be Oracle from the Tassadar showing them. I think it showed them in the rotation, but it did expire. That's because you have standards. I do not. Oh wow. That's bold of you to adjust for Wildfire. I mean, he watches my stream, so there's probably not a lot of standards. Haha, got him. Oh wait, that's me. Damn. 20 pushing in on the bottom lane right now as we do have the boss coming through. The Archangel shredding through the Keep Friend Gate. 20 talents here still in favor for the side of Psistorm Banshees, who we will see actually Cho'Gall's Angels utilizing the Cataclysm of Deathwing. Lock down the keep from the Sylvanas Black Arrow. She's just trying to constantly keep this locked down so the boss gets free clear and will be able to do so. Are they going to end here? Toss onto ETC. He gets a big face melt. Does he drop the mosh pit? He thought about it, doesn't go for it. Archangel starting to shred through the core, below 50% HP. We do have the Leoric putting pressure onto this Hogger as we have a stim onto Sylvanas. She shreds through this Tassadar, and Deathwing is getting so very low, has to get to the Hall of Storms just to stop the damage over time. Smart Killer is going to go down. Core shielding is falling. Death Mosh moshes onto a Catapult and a Reaver minion, but it is going to be a Hogwild from the Hogger. Will it be enough damage? Nope. Deathwing drops down. Core shielding has fallen. Core HP is falling rapidly, and it looks like it is going to be game number 1 over to the side of Psistorm Banshees. They win game number 1 in our 4th best of 3 of the game day. Baha really should Baha that burn. Oh, I sure did, Kratz. Sure did. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into map number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get everything set up. The goggles, they do nothing. All right. That. And then it's going to be team score this side. Susborn, thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content. All right, players are on the right sides. We're immediately going to get into this, so let's go ahead and... I believe that's the right button. Let's go ahead and jump into it. We got everything loaded on up. Let's get going into map number 2. We are here in Infernal Shrines in our 4th best of 3 of the day. And this is going to be Jaina Hanzo, Stukov Diablo Stitches versus the Mephisto, Sylvanas Blaze, Anduin, and May.
The battle begins in 10 seconds.
Hey, Stealthbeard. How you doing, bud? Exciting stuff indeed. Exciting stuff. A good series so far. We'll see if it can go the distance.
We cannot tarry.
Alrighty, let's see. Oh, okay. Hanzo gets a free stack right there onto the May. Charlemagne this time going to be playing the Diablo. Oh, Smart Killer on the Hanzo. So a little bit of some role swapping. Still Cozy Fox playing the healer role. Big jet propulsion from Blaze. That's going to be a nice icing in by the Mei. Diablo taking a lot of damage. Skull Missile goes in, but it's Mei to get the last auto. A lot of damage on the Stitches. I believe he also popped his trait right there. He's going to be able to back away. Double checking. I don't remember off the top of my head. Shambling Horror. Okay, so right. They swapped it from 20 to baseline as the name. There we go. That's all right. 9 stacks on the Hanzo already, though. Working his way quickly through those simple geometry stacks. Definitely our Smork Killer has done his geometry homework. Mortar Punisher first for the bottom lane. And we will see a quick clear onto the camp over here on the right-hand side. Mei anchoring in the rotation. And a little bit quicker of a clear on the left-hand side here. Not by much. Maybe a few seconds. Nice cryo freeze from Mei. Lurking Arm from Stukov. Did go low blow at level 1. Low blow was nerfed in our most recent patch. Does have the went from 125% to 100%, but still a very, very good talent, very strong. Slight experience advantage, but it's just through the rotations and wave clear, as you will see that kind of equalize. Though it is going to be Psistorm Banshees with a little bit of experience, maybe just from that kill earlier. Let me check really quickly. It is a slight experience from that kill, but we're not talking about much. Like, we're looking at somewhere in the 600, 700 realm of extra experience, and that's just pushing them slightly ahead on the side of Psistorm Banshees, but gonna make that a little bit bigger as they do have another camp to be grabbed, some more mercenary experience coming in for this red team. Charlemagne looking for a target, doesn't go for the Sylvanas with that Haunting Wave active. I don't think they actually could close the distance to any sort of wall bang right there. 10 seconds away from our announcement for the Mortar Punisher. We'll see who's going to be able to grab it. It is going to be in the bottom lane. Bottom lane on either side hasn't taken any damage just yet, but that could change very rapidly with a team fight. Alrighty, Mortar Punisher, here we go. 20 seconds away. Stitch is still soaking up. We have Blaze going into new habits at level 1. Gonna hold his level 4 for quite some time here. I wonder, okay. Gonna be going into the Oil Dispersal. Pretty standard across the board when it comes to our talents. Gonna have Biotic Armor for the Stukov as well. And Mephisto gonna be going into Spite, so a little bit of trait from him. Stukov on the left-hand side of the objective. Gonna be triggered here by Charlemagne, and let's see who is able to grab first Punisher of the game. Half a level lead to the side of Psistorm Banshees, and Diablo, he's fine for now in his position. A little bit of a, ooh, actually that's a really good route for Mei, but they can't capitalize onto the Diablo just yet. Oh, that is an unfortunate death on Diablo, as he is going to be trying to back away, but just gets bopped around. Another kill over to the side of Psistorm Banshees. Mei anchoring on the left-hand side. Really like the positioning coming out from her. Throws out the Blizzard, stops any advancements. We have Hanzo poking in with a little simple geometry with that scatter arrow. But it's going to be the first objective over to the side of Psistorm Banshees. Mephisto stepping out onto the Hanzo, getting a bit of damage in. Stitches steps in as well. They're going to try and contest this on the side of Cho'gall's Angels, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do so. And there's going to be that Mortar Punisher over to our red team. Chastise from Anduin connecting onto the Diablo. If they can get the Punisher to jump onto Jaina, that'd be huge, but it goes over to the Stukov. Cozy Fox getting pushed around. It's a solid double kill to the members of Psistorm Banshees, who have a Mortar Punisher to push in through bottom lane. And Panda, dear lord, I keep wanting to say it. We are going to see Sylvanas pushing in, and she does start those black arrows. Diablo taking a lot of damage here. Does use the Shadow Charge to get away from all the pressure, and this is Mei using the last little bit of her mana to get an icing to slow down the Diablo. He will not fall. Oh, he does fall. I thought the Fire Stomp was going to be enough to save him, but man, back to back kills, and this is momentum really shifting up for the members of Psistorm Banshees.
Red team's Punisher has fallen.
A fort to go down 5 minutes in. things are looking good for the red team. Okay, well, we have 10s coming in soon. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like. I think before we get into our live game, I think we make a beverage. I think it's a beverage evening. Arcane Punisher for mid lane should be announced in I think 45 seconds if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if I looked at the timer at the right time. Here comes Mei, putting pressure on to Cozy Fox. The Ice Wall will not connect. Durance of Fate does go out, will connect on to the Stukov. Everyone spreading away from Stukov, making sure that the Durance does not spread to them. And with 10s here, a massive fight avoided. Wailing Arrow was used as well by Sylvanas. 3 heroics, no kill. And this will be the disengage. Maybe pressure into mid lane. Beverage sounds quite nice indeed. Yeah, I think we'll make a little gin and soda. We'll have a little cocktail cast later for our live game. Diablo hits level 10. You can see he's not finishing out his souls, but what he does have is he does have the ability to have 25 souls when he does die. And he actually is 3 souls away from finishing out his Black Soul Stones for that revive. He actually should get it here off of that Fire Stomp. Almost with the fire. There we go. He actually got it at the end. Hook onto Sylvanas. She's going to try and back away. Does get the Haunting Wave over the wall as we do have a Cryo Freeze from the Mei. A lot of damage onto her trying to back away, and that's going to be a double kill for the Hanzo. Durance of Hate spread right into the face of the Stitches and Diablo. A hook goes in. This Mephisto is trying to make the plays, but he goes down. It's a reverse double kill. This time over to the side of Cho'Gall's Angels, who are looking to maybe grab mid lane objective. And I mistimed this completely. Thought the Punisher went down a lot earlier, but either way, we should get our mid objective soon. And death timers, not too bad for the side of Psistorm Banshees as they are still pretty low. But when it comes to initial siege through mid, well, we see Fort Front Gate go down, and we might even see the fort take about 50% damage. Oh, looks like they stopped at a little less than that. Maybe a lot less than that. Well, there's our shrine popping up in mid. Arcane Punisher as mentioned beforehand. We have Lunatic grabbing the camp on the right with the help of a few friends. Same to be said from Slice and the rest on the left-hand side. Getting some camp, getting a camp, getting the experience, and putting some pressure into the top lane from either side. A little bit faster to our left side team with Hanzo having the level 7 never outmatched for that poke value. I'm sorry, I'll flip these two. I always do that with Hanzo's 4 and 7. I always complete, anyways, sorry. Whoops, that's 7 is just cooldown reduction. So, half a level to go. Arcane Punisher looking good to the side of our blue team, but here comes some flailing swipes. Ice Wall onto 1. Durance of Fate goes out as well. It's looking like it's the Jaina. I literally couldn't read her model for the longest time. Light Bomb on the Mei. Connects onto Diablo. Decent damage coming in. We do have an Apocalypse as well. Mephisto is going to be able to return to his origin position, not really being affected too much by the Apocalypse. Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. That's going to be a solid double kill as Stitches tries to back away. No Gambit to lose. He did go for a hook at level 7, but this should be objective over to the side of Psistorm Banshees. A lot of pings from somebody. 13 talents here should be achieved to the side of Cho'Gall's Angels, but we continue. Yeah, Uchi. Jaina got, like, Terra locked into the corner. That was awful for her. So, 3 to 8 in levels. And another objective over to the side of Psistorm Banshees. How much value do they get this time? Checking really quickly to see. Sylvanas, trait, off cooldown. She can lock down the fort to amplify the siege with his Arcane Punisher. Punisher jumps onto the Stitches. He gets body blocked to Oblivion, just trying to back away. Huge arrow from Hanzo. Stitches still goes down. Punisher dealing some decent damage. There's the Durance of Fate coming out onto the Diablo, and he doesn't have souls to come back. He only has 40 right now. So this will be Diablo. Stitches dead for the next 20 to 26 seconds. How much value can they find? Sylvanas locks down the tower. Keep front gate. Look at you already see that they're pinging for sidewall. They want to play off the Punisher jump. And that's why you're seeing that sidewall be the first thing to go down. Jaina and Stukov trying to zone. Jaina's taking quite a bit of damage. Slice getting chunked by the Punisher and Mephisto. Lunatic trying to go over the wall. Wailing Arrow will be shy of any damage. Stitches back, Diablo back, and this is looking like keep front gate to go down. Mephisto is going to get the Shade of Mephisto out. And he backs, and he's actually able to get away as well. All right. I thought there might be a Gorge. Diablo gets dismounted by the Chastise from Anduin. And it looks like clean disengage. Keep front gate goes down. Consistent pressure being applied by Psistorm Banshees. Hey, Harkin, what's up, bud? 2-level lead to the side of our red team. Let's see, where is that experience coming in from? Mercenaries, heroic kills, minion experience, passive experience, structures. It's all there. About 10,000 experience gap between these two teams. That's why you're seeing a solid 2-level lead. And as a reminder, we're going to have a live game here in a little bit. We got casting tomorrow. We've got Dark Souls and Gungeon on Friday, and we got Baja Ross on Saturday. If you don't know what Baja Ross is, check it out in Twitch chat. There's a link to my last one, and this Saturday we are doing an ocean painting. We're doing another ocean painting. I've only done one before, so it's always a fun challenge. This time it uses some different setup stuff, so I've actually never used liquid clear before, so we're going to be utilizing that. I'm actually really excited about the ocean painting. It should be nice and challenging. I need to remember to let the liquid white and liquid clear set up just a touch, just a little bit. So one thing that I constantly do is I put the liquid white on and I immediately start painting, and I just think it's a little too slick. Need just it to set up just a wee bit for me. But either way, the setup right now on the side of Psistorm Banshees is pressure, pressure, pressure. Next Punisher, Frozen, bottom lane. So why not push top and get some split pressure, maybe even some catapults to consistently come through each lane if they can take down the keep. Hook goes over the wall, but it's going to connect onto the Shaman. No 16 still. Mephisto poking out a little bit here and there. We do have the animosity at level 16 for Mephisto. Increase the duration of Lightning Nova by 1 second and the maximum amount of bonus damage it can deal from 30 to 42%. Looks really good. Thank you, Ragamuffin. I appreciate the kind words. Come on by Sunday or Saturday. Also, if you're in the Discord, there is a channel called Baja Ross where I post the upcoming Baja Ross like time and everything, and where I usually post a photo of the previous one. So if you want to go look back at some of the other ones, I've done 21 of these paintings. It'll be my 22nd this Saturday. $16, $18 even talent tiers. Let's go ahead and actually pull away the stats, and let's go ahead and look at just how this fight unfolds. Mid lane has catapults arriving, or at least one catapult arriving right there. A minion wave coming through as well. Big Punisher phase for either team. Could be massive to the side of Psistorm Banshees if they can grab this and then push in. MB goes in with an icing, has to back away immediately. Doesn't want to get caught out of position or, well, stagger out of death and give any sort of advantage to the enemy. But speaking of advantage, a lot of these skeletal defenders are going over to Cho'Gall's Angels. Jet Propulsion from Blaze will not connect, as we do have Sylvanas dumping in damage. Ice Wall from Mei goes out, will not connect either. A lot of flubbed things here as Diablo with the Apocalypse comes through. Mei will go down. This is quite a bit of damage into Diablo. Light Bomb here as well. Diablo will go down. Souls reset. He'll be back in the engagement in 2 seconds. Cozy Fox flailing swipes away. And with 18 skeletal defenders, Slice and the rest back off for the time being. But Diablo, he's not far off. Keep in mind, Fallen Shaman on top is getting a free keep. No counter pressure through top. Mid actually got quite a bit of damage as well. Things are looking good for the side of Psistorm Banshees, as we do have Blaze dropping a Jet Propulsion to the face of the enemy. Does have that collision course. Diablo going for a grab onto Sylvanas. Might have had the Will the Forsaken right there, but it seems like objective phase with no Mei is going to go over to the side of Cho'Gall's Angels. But keep in mind, while all that happened, Fallen Shaman and top have arrived to core. The top lane keep went down. Mid lane keep took way more damage than I think they would have liked right there. And so this is Punisher jumping over it. Nice use of the Blaze, unstoppable from the new habits. He pulls the Punisher to the far side. Punisher locks down the towers. And I think this should be bottom lane fort to be saved. Mei has an ice wall. Doesn't have the 20, so no shatter availability. Just waiting to see. So ice wall goes out. Bottom lane fort will fall. Punisher should have a jump here, if I'm not mistaken, unless I missed it. Leap of Faith does come out. Chastise onto the Diablo. Hanzo rips a massive arrow. There's the jump onto Sylvanas. Apocalypse to be utilized. Will of Forsaken comes out as well. And I think we have a disengage easily from the side of Psistorm Banshees. Keep in mind, mid lane and top lane still pushing in favor as we have a Gorge onto Mephisto. Leap of Faith pulls him back. No Chimal Cleanse on that one. And Punisher still very healthy. I mean, it's around 38%, but still pushing in for this long. Mid lane getting pushed back a little bit, but Catapult still dealing decent damage. 285, double that into structures. So we do have the Shatter for the Mei at level 20. And let's see, reduce the armor by 25, sorry. I was trying to get rid of the text messages there. I thought I got rid of that at the start of the game, but I did not. Blaze looking for a Jet Propulsion, but he's just getting slowly whittled down by the Jaina Hanzo. Gets a heal out from the Anduin as well. And 20 Talonteer is here, but it seems like they want to just clear their waves. Oh no, actually, Psistorm Banshees. They're not going for the wave clear. I thought they were backing off for that. Gonna grab their own Impaler Camp for mid. Speaking of mid, this is gonna be Impaler Camp pushing up quite a bit. Sylvanas should be able to clear that out easily. Blaze into bottom lane. This is going to be a little oil slick, little wave clear. Not going to lose too much on the keep front gate. Mortar Punisher. It's going to be a little bit of time before the Mortar Punisher, maybe around 18, 19 minutes into the in-game timer. So until then, I think it's just controlling waves, pushing things in. Looking at bottom lane, Impalers are a little bit low. Blaze joining the team. Still 20 Talonteer advantage for Psistorm Banshees. Waiting to see. Do they... Oh, this is a good force for now. Ice Wall still available for Mei. She's trying to line this up. Doesn't have the longest cast range. She is also a little slowed as well. Stitches, did he go? Oh, that's a very good hook. Gorge onto Mei. Okay, how are they going to play this? Sylvanas, does she have Black Arrows? She does. She activates them immediately. Durance of 8 will come out. There's going to be a Lurking Arm as well from the Stukov. Keep in mind that low blow from level 1 was nerfed, but Hanzo rips an arrow. The mid lane keep does go down, and this is a lot of shred damage into the Diablo. No souls to reset. Anduin does go down. 1 for 1. Top lane has the Fallen Shaman camp, but Cozy Fox has nowhere to really run here. Well, except for the Hall of Storms, as we do continue to... Oh, very good Pyromania. Top lane, getting pushed in by the Fallen Shaman, but it actually got targeted by the tower shots. A little bad RNG right there. Wasted Trojan, thanks for the follow. Cho'Gall's Angels, no Cho'Gall. Clickbait, you're welcome, Trainwreck. Got him, ruined him. Get baited, Trainwreck, get baited. Great bait. Alrighty, next shrine activating here. Mid lane, if won by the members of Psistorm Banshees, they are easily going to make it towards core with this Punisher. But on the opposing side, well, a long way to go through a fort and a keep front gate as well as that keep. Yeah, it's reporting and it's art. Those are the two commands. Great bait of 2022. Yeah, this is the great bait. Yeah, this is the great bait of 2022. Yep. I mean, Psistorm Banshees has Sylvanas. That's a Banshee. No exclamation. Hook goes out. Pyromania immediately. Blaze Jet Propulsion. Ice Wall comes out, connects onto the Stitches. There's a Endurance of Hate immediately after. And it's no level 20 upgrade. It's going to be the Mimic at level 20. MB is getting a little bit low. We do not have any really major... We don't have any major pressure in these lanes. Well, Diablo getting low, 87 souls. He is so close to going down with that at 400 HP. Hanzo, Explosive Arrows are finding some decent damage, as well as that Scatter into the Mei. Needs to back off, needs to get some healing. Continues to soak up some of these skeletal defenders with the help of the rest of the team. Stitch is back in the mix here. 20 up on both sides, 5 to 12 in kills. Diablo very low. Fire Stomps out, trying to build up those last souls. As the Mephisto wants to try and reset Diablo completely. No souls, and he goes down. That's full death timer, 64 seconds. May pops the Cryo Freeze, gets a bunch of healing in said Cryo Freeze. Blaze Jet Propulsion has to back away. Mephisto, Shade of Mephisto's forward, has, as I meant, oh, that's a really good hook onto the Mei. Leap of Faith as she's icing away. Endurance of Hate does go out. Skeletal Defenders close between both teams, but a little bit faster for Psistorm Banshees. Will be able to get this. So here comes the big bad Mortar Punisher mid lane.
Team's core is under attack.
Hey Nas, what's up, bud? It's a Baja stream and I'm awake. How's everyone doing this lovely day and evening? I'm doing pretty good. We've been casting for 6 hours and we are not done by any means. We have a best of 5 series or best of 3 series fairly soon. So much bait here. It's delicious bait. Oh, Punisher jumps over the... Oh my god, goodbye, Stitches. A Slice uses the ice block to buy some time. Catapults are arriving through top and mid. A lot of damage onto Mephisto, but he has this Shade of Mephisto, and it's looking like game number 2 in our 4th best of 3 of the day. Goes over to the side of Psistorm Banshees. They close things out 2-0. GG. Well played.